Top of the morning to you, boys. Welcome to the show. Hope you're having a good day. This is the Canyon Ferry recap. Coming up next. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, drop down, be a subscriber if you like the video. With that being said, let's get right into the vid. We went to the Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival here this last weekend. Gave her a go, gave her a try. And in today's episode, we're just going to kind of talk about the podcast afterwards. We finished 57, so it's not like we got too much awesome footage of our 14-inch fish. So yeah, we're just going to kind of give her a talk. Cody, what were your overall thoughts on the tournament?
I loved it, honestly. We went out and pre-fished. We had a hell of a time. We caught a bunch of fish, brought a lot of fish to the boat, caught some big trout.
Yeah, we got some huge trout. I think everyone caught some big trout.
Yeah. Ended up catching a couple perch as well. We caught a couple perch on crankbaits. We were cranking while we were pre-fishing, just marking some territory. We got on a good crankbite with a lot of little fish. Couldn't find any baits.
Bigger perch than we did walleye, you know?
We did. That first perch was about 12, 13 inches. So.
That poor lake is turning into something, I tell you what. Lots of 13ers. It's like you catch a 14-inch walleye or it's a 32. So, I don't know. It's
13 or 30.
It's an odd lake. But, yeah, we pre-fished for, what, two and a half days, I guess. Yeah. Our first day there, we had some boat issues.
Yeah. We got them figured out, though.
Yeah, we did.
Had to take a couple naps on the way up just to get there. But yeah, it was a long night to get out. I think we left at 4 o'clock in the morning just to try and get there in the morning to get a full day of fishing. But had to make a couple stops, of course. So
yeah, got the boat running right, though. Ready for the tournament. Pre-fishing was good. We really didn't find any weight at all, but we did find lots of fish. So we went south. South had a large quantity of fish, and we tried to put a bag together, honestly.
Yeah.
So
south usually has most of the fish. North is where you go to chase bags. If you can get on a good bite up north, you're probably going to have a pretty good day. There's a lot of teams that went south, though, and caught a bunch of fish and did catch the random bag down there. Down by the mouth of the river, I believe, is where a lot of people were having success. I think by day one, the first day of the tournament, there was over 30 caught before 10 o'clock down south. So there's definitely some bigs.
4 or 28, I think.
Yeah,
4 or 28.
Something like that. But there's bigs down south. If you got one of those, you were sitting good, especially after day one.
Yeah, they were finding those weed beds. Right at the mouth of the river there. There's some weed beds. Pretty much the only weed beds there's a couple weed beds in that lake, but those were probably the most predominantly fished ones, especially with the quantity of fish that were down there. Day one on the tournament, Cody had to fish by himself. I had to film a tournament, so kind of left him high and dry there. But he put some fish together at least.
Yeah, I think I ended up touching 12 to 14 fish. I think 2 of them weighed. I had a third one, I believe, that was 13 3/4. Didn't quite stretch, but yeah. My goal was to go out and beat our day one last year, which we only weighed in 1 fish, I think, and I achieved that. I think I caught 6 that were between 13 and a half and 14 inches, so close to a 5-fish bag, but even just those 3 pounds would have raised you, probably 30 spots on the board.
Oh, yeah.
You get that top 10, top 15, there's some distance starting to spread out between, but everyone else, you're within hundreds, tenths of pounds just to climb a spot. So.
Yeah, the middle of the pack is all fighting for a 14-inch walleye, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Then the day 2 rolled around, I showed up, and we ended up putting, 4 fish on the board?
I believe we put 4.
4 weighers. There was one that was just, millimeters away from 14. So, unfortunately, those 2 fish, that dropped us probably, 2 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think the smallest fish you can weigh is 1.03, so every little bit counts.
Yeah, and we ended up finishing 57th with a total weight of, 6.84?
6.84, I believe.
So, those 2 fish would have bumped us 8 pounds. Probably would have put us...
It would have taken us to 9 pounds, pretty close. So
probably would have put us close, top 30 at least, But it is what it is. It's a couple walleyes here and there. Rough tournament, honestly. Not a lot of bigs caught. I know Owen caught a big one. Gage caught a big one. Papa Rock caught a big one.
Ken Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt caught a big one. But other than that, there wasn't a whole bunch of bigs caught. There really wasn't any 20. There wasn't one. I think there was one 20-inch fish caught. like 20 to 25.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Or was there just nothing caught in that range?
There was like, I want to say between 20 to 28 inches, there were 6 fish caught. 2 days, 111 boats, 2-person teams. So that tells you there's 220 fishermen out there, and there were 6 fish caught in 2 days between 20 and 28 inches. That lake is just, they're kind of trying to turn it back into a trout fishery, which, I mean, it is. We caught some huge trout.
Yeah.
They're fun to catch. The walleye, I mean, like we said earlier, it's going to be 13 or 30. They have a high limit, I believe, in that
like
lake.
20.
Right?
They got like 20 fish possession a day
Per person.
40 in possession, 20 a day per person a day, I think.
So,
or per person, I guess. But yeah, that lake is really. It's just sad to kind of see it like that. Like you wouldn't think in a big walleye tournament it would be that low. The winning weight was 21 pounds, I think. So
last year was 34.
Yeah, that's not very good numbers for Canyon Ferry, which is kind of sad because it's a gorgeous lake. You'd think there was lots of walleyes in there. There is lots of walleyes. They're just all 15 inches and smaller. So
the year class right now, it's going to take a few years for that fishery to get back up to at least where it was. And depending on how they change the limits, they might outfish all that 2 to 4 year class as well. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few years.
Because as you weed your way through all those walleyes, you're probably going to keep that 16-inch fish, and that's a rare fish in that lake. Like you don't see a lot of 16ers. So I can see how if a boat takes 20 of them a day, you're cleaning out classes of fish, which just goes to show because they're just not showing up in the tournament. And if they were there, they probably would have been caught. So just kind of a rough lake to fish. But it was a fun tournament, though. I'm glad we actually got a tournament with all the COVID stuff. Exactly. Shout out to the sponsors and the tournament directors. You guys put it together very nicely.
I was surprised we had as many entries as we did. Honestly, there was, I think, 113 teams. 2 of them didn't show up or didn't go out day 2, so there were 111 teams total. But, I mean, last year there was only 118, I believe. So to even get close to that amount of entries with what's going on right now in the world is kind of crazy. So it was good to see. Definitely a community of fishermen that are looking to get out and have fun. So.
Yeah, and that is the first stop on the Montana Walleye Circuit, and
we got Tiber coming up.
Tiber's coming up next. I'm gonna have to pre-fish that by myself.
Yep.
Cody gets to work.
Little payback.
Little payback.
I'll be there late Friday night, depending on what time I can get out of there, or Saturday morning, right before takeoff. So we'll see. It all depends on work.
He's not gonna have much time. I'm gonna have to put everything together, so we'll see. I'm gonna have to put in some time and some effort. I might have 3 full days pre-fish. We'll see. But yeah, I will be doing that one on my own, pre-fishing at least. So get ready for a jigging game plan.
Yeah, we'll have 4 rods in the boat for the tournament, though.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. I was excited with just to be by myself day 1 in this tournament. It was kind of a challenge. It was fun. But it just goes to show having four rods in the boat, 2 people in the boat. It's much easier task to handle.
Yeah. If
you get snagged, I mean, you have someone that can reel in some lines, watch the prop. It's a whole different game plan by yourself.
It definitely makes it a lot harder by yourself. And I think there was even a couple comments on the GoPro like, hey, what are you doing out there?
Oh, fishing the tourney.
Fishing the tourney by myself today. But yeah, so that about wraps it up for this one, guys. Overall, pretty fun tournament. It's always a fun tournament getting out there and giving her a go. There were some brand new newbies out there, which is always fun to see.
Yes. Keep growing the community.
Yep, there's actually, from what I saw, a lot of kids prizes. So
there's a lot more kids this year as well, because I don't remember that many adult child teams at last year's tournament.
There's a lot of youth coming into this tournament. So that's pretty cool to see too. And there's also lots of prizes for the kids.
Yes, they make sure every kid gets something.
Yep, I know Gage Gordon put out a brand new prize to the top youth angler who catches the biggest fish, gets a sick box of jigs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, full box of tackle.
Lots of anglers doing a lot for the youth, so that's always positive to see.
I think the team that took second place this year is the team that actually won the little 12-foot Lund. An adult child team went out there. A grandpa and his grandson, they killed it day 2. I think they had 15.5 pounds on day 2.
They caught like a 33-inch walleye on day 2.
32 and a half or something like that.
Yeah, they caught, no, that wasn't big walleye that day, was it?
I think so. Yeah, 33 was day 1, 32 and a half was day 2.
I just want my flag, my 30-inch flag.
We'll get there. Tiber would be a hell of a tournament to get it at.
Yeah.
You catch a 30 at Tiber, you're going to be sitting pretty.
I'd love to get 15 pounds at Tyburn.
Yeah, that's a goal. Definitely a goal.
That'd be a good...
I think it's going to be a tournament weight similar to Canyon Ferry, honestly. Kind of depends on weather as well. Last year, I think the tournament was a little earlier last year.
Yeah, and I believe it snowed last year.
Or was that Fresno?
Would have been Fresno.
Yeah.
Fresno snowed, I think.
But we'll see what the weather does. We just got to put a game plan together.
It should be a great July weekend. So, yeah, we just got to put a game plan together, give her a go. So
we're really getting anxious for that last one of the year, though.
Crooked.
Get us back to Peck.
Get us back to Peck, baby.
It's a blast.
We're looking for that top 15 angler of the year team.
Yes.
So maybe even win it. No, we can't win it.
We'd have to go out and do some more.
I do know Kenny and Travis aren't going to win it this year. They finished way low. I think they finished, what, 97th?
Yeah.
They had a rough go. Whew. They had a rough go. But that's what you get for washing out fish, yeah?
Yeah.
God.
It's go fish and try to find. We were lucky enough to find some. Some teams didn't.
Yeah, some teams put up a big old goose egg, so...
I think there was 18 this year that touched zero, so...
We've never put up a zero in a tournament, but we've
come close.
We've come close at Elk Creek.
Yeah.
Give me 114er. Get me off the zero board.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. So hopefully we can dial it up, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This is the Canyon Ferry Podcast recap video. Tight lines. We'll see you next one. Boop.